everybody, thanks for joining me today on my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today I am bringing you the 15th process video for the 20 days of cut files being put on by Virginia with Confessions of a Paper Addict. So today our prompt is Santa, and I'm using this adorable cut file that Virginia has in her shop of Santa coming out of the chimney. So I went ahead and backed it and used a little bit of glitter paper for the Santa sack and then just other scraps that I had in my stash. Now to have it kind of stand off the page, I'm using this script paper that says Hello Santa from Photoplay, but I want the cut file to be the focus. So I'm going and matting it onto, or putting it onto, a 9x9 piece of white paper, and then having a very large frame with the pattern paper going around it. Now I have this big aversion to white cardstock as a background, so to kind of have it pop off the page, I did a very thin frame to go around it in the green, and then I'm using that same paper to mat the two photos of my grandsons. They are on the Christmas train in 2019. Now, if you look at the picture, the top picture of my grandson, and look at his eyes. He's 3 years old, and you can just see the magic of Christmas right there for him. He is seeing his Santa Claus, and Santa's coming up and talking with him, and his eyes are just twinkling at the idea of seeing Santa. It's probably one of my favorite photos. Unfortunately, my other grandson, Dylan, had his back to me. He was 5 at the time, or was he 4? He was 4 or 5. I can't remember. He's 7 now. It was 2 years ago, so he would be 5 and Preston would have been 4. Sorry. Anyways, he had his back to me, but he was just thrilled because one of the things he had wanted for Christmas was a bell. And Santa Claus gave him his wish. He got a bell for Christmas from Santa. This was on a train ride from one of our local railway museums, was giving rides with Santa. So it was a great time that we had. So I've just stacked the photos, matted it on the green, and I am going to put the cut file next to that. I also took one of the strips off of one of the cut apart sheets that said Merry Christmas, and I just used that as kind of a shelf at the bottom of the page. And I'm really happy with how that all turned out. Now I'm going to go into my dimensionals, and I am going to grab these red poinsettias. I'm going to put them in 3 different spots on the layout, and I'm also going to use my little composition book that has all of my die cuts and things. I find this card that says Mr. S. Claus, North Pole, and I kind of use that as a tab up at the top. And then I'm going to find this little mouse sitting on a bell, and I'm going to have him in the bottom left. That was just fussy cut out from a piece of pattern paper several years ago. And then on the other side, I'm going to add just a Christmas tree. Now up above, I'm also going to add this ornament and kind of finish off the cluster and add another poinsettia up there. And that is all that I'm going to have up there. Well, actually, I take it back. I find arrow that says naughty or nice, and I'm going to put that up above, pointing to the Mr. S. Claus card, and I'm going to check mark the nice button. Below the mouse, I'm going to put the word believe, because to me his eyes just said believe. And that will be it for my layout. Now I will do some journaling on here off camera. I think I'm going to do the journaling right above the Santa cut file and just talking about the magic of Christmas and the thrill of him being able to see Santa Claus on our train ride. So I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out my video today. We have 5 more cut files for the rest of the week. It's been a fun month so far, so I want to thank you for all playing along, and we will see you again tomorrow for another process video. Bye-bye.